I am so freaking stoked for tonight. I'm Aaron Gibson, and welcome to Soul Man Live. Hey, guess what? It's Friday! Yeah!
Mental thunder cracking, lightning in my brain. Torching Friday night, the week going up in flames. Record scratch the static, scratching out my pain. Echo in the alley, shadows dance on brick. Thoughts watch, run electric circuits, pop and flick. Thoughts run electric circuits, pop and flick. Life's a broken turntable, needle skip the grit. So heavy, but I carry, never let it split. Soul Man Live, trudging through the fire. Friday night ignites the storm, my choir. Burn it all down, rise higher and higher. Soul Man Live, trench deep, no tire. Mental lightning bolts, split the dark in halves. World on my shoulders, but I still make them laugh. Walking contradictions, peace beneath the wrath. Every step deliberate, mapped out the path. Trenches ain't a setback, trenches be my stage. Where the words ignite, burn brighter than the page. Friday's my inferno, unleash the inner rage. Soul Man Live, forever breaking out the cage. Tones on the vinyl, memories on repeat. Beat static in my psyche, turn rhythm to defeat. Fires blaze eternal, ashes beneath my feet. Soul Man Live, trenches where the legends meet. Soul Man Live, trench deep, no tire. Soul Man Live, trench boots stomping in the rain. Mental lightning bolts, split the dark in halves. World on my shoulders, but I still make them laugh. Walking contradictions, peace beneath the wrath. Every step deliberate, mapped out the path. Trenches ain't a setback, trenches be my stage. Where the words ignite, burn brighter than the page. Friday's my inferno, unleash the inner rage. Soul Man Live, forever breaking out the cage. Ashes on the vinyl, memories on repeat. Static in my psyche, turn rhythm to defeat. Fires blaze eternal, ashes beneath my feet. Soul Man Live, trenches where the legends meet. Soul Man Live, trench deep, no tire. Soul Man Live, trench boots stomping in the rain. Soul Man Live, trench deep, no tire. Soul Man Live, trench boots stomping in the rain. Soul Man Live, trench boots stomping in the rain.
Hashtag super space for crafts, yo! Oh my God! my kidneys are fine. I've got two. I haven't donated them yet. I'm not donating my kidneys. What has happened with this conversation? It went so fast.
Up! Hashtag space for crabs. Yo, come on. Soul man on the scene. Get those hands up. It's time to raise that roof. Feel the beats, surge in the streets. Crank it up loud, dance those feet. Soul man kicking the jams to hype the crowd. Commitment to share and joy, a solemn vow. Getting jiggy with it, slaying that floor. Bust out that groovy wheeze, ready for more. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. Giving that funk to move that trunk, waving from your chair like you just don't care. The crowd hands up, fueling that hype. Blow the roof off the studio, tonight's that night. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. You are owed this moment for working those hours exclusively. Breaking down the walls, a roaring phoenix to be set free. All of the rocking crowd waving in unison, hyped out of our minds. Let Friday begin. Whoop, whoop. Cut up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. You are owed this moment for working those hours exclusively. Breaking down the walls, a roaring phoenix to be set free. All of the rocking crowd waving in unison, hyped out of our minds. Let Friday begin. Whoop, whoop. Cue it up, soul man, electrify the air. Here comes the boom, shaking our derriere. Feed that hype, now bring the noise. Charge the crowd, Friday joy. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, Friday joy. Cue it up, Friday joy. Cue it up, soul man. Cue it up, Friday joy.
Exercise the demons, yo.
Let's get ready for that rumble! Hashtag space for crabs, yo. Oh, yeah! Not calling it a comeback. We've been standing here for years. A role reversal, smoking out the fears. A 6-foot arm span with strength to provide. This is the moment we turn the tide. It's the big burly hugs, yo. Dog ones that pull you back to your feet. Squishing the hardships out. An ex-army Canadian that knows no retreat. Feel that surge, that charge. You just can't get enough. Ooh, yeah. What a rush. I ain't no Care Bear countdown. Just well-executed kindness and hype. Standing strong for doing what's right. Drawing us all to the end of the week. A heart of fire that won't accept defeat. We just keep standing back up for another round. Breaking down them walls of stigmas is the only sound. It's them big burly hugs, yo. Dog ones that pull you back to your feet. Squishing the hardships of finding that word rap. With big shoulders for my family, give me that soul man electricity. Now stat, don't underestimate the magnitude of his Hulk heart. Comatose and Deadpool and Wolverine with a side cheek fart. Hugs that someone waited 3 years to receive, worth every moment spent, a squeeze to believe. It's the big burly hugs, yo, dark ones that pull you back to your feet, squishing the hardships out. An ex-army Canadian that knows no retreat. Feel that surge, that charge, you just can't get enough. Ooh, yeah, what a rush. Peace and Hulk heart.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Camera cut.
Mikey, what's up? We're good? Appreciate it. This is good. Thanks. What do you think?
I wouldn't go straight at it. Ocean's on the right, left is the safe play.
Feeling good. I think we're gonna stick it. I'm gonna go for it.
Yo, yo, yo!
Yo. Everybody, we're back at 5.
On again, resetting.
Welcome back.
She's remembered as that small-time girl, making it big in this lonely world. Off the train, from anywhere, he's still that city boy. Worked hard to achieve, rejoice, having taken the same train anywhere. Meeting each other again in an unknown room, feel together yet worlds apart, hearts of living in tune. Just the smell of memories and a familiar perfume. For the evening, they share space in the open night. They slow sway alone together in the spotlight. They just continue to dance on and on and on and on. They're taking off to the boulevard, looking up at that starry night, living again to feel dormant emotions somewhere out there in this open world. Digging in deep to achieve those thrills, living a dream with a cup to fill. Sacrifices made rolling those dice. What's it hurt just one more time? They might win, they might lose, knowing what it's like-minded spirits enjoying their path. Don't forget this feeling. Take my hand, honey, just hold on. A reason to continue believing. Don't forget this feeling. A reason to continue believing. Like-minded spirits enjoying their path. Hold on. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. You know, sometimes in this world, there's souls that lift you from the ground. They don't look for anything in return, just fill you up with amplified sound. Oh, here he comes with rhythm moving his feet. That spirit that fills the heart, igniting you on the best day of the week. Hyping it up and revving the crowd. Big burly hugs worldwide, silently struggling, lifting the shroud. Set off the fireworks, illuminate the stage lights. Value in all the souls he meets. It's time for Mr. Friday Night. Didn't earn his rank through desire for greed or for fame. Standing true for the real people left out there. A reminder that one can overcome pain. He's your soul man, building you up to shake that beat. Pushing that spotlight onto others. A late night spirit, making that week complete. Set off the fireworks, illuminate the stage lights. Value in all the souls he meets. It's time for Mr. Friday Night. Just trying to fill those cups with a green Hulk heart. Giving back to those sharing kindness, bringing others together from worlds apart. There he goes running into those studio doors. Time to electrify everyone's Friday. What surprises tonight does he have in store? Set off the fireworks, illuminate the stage lights. Value in all the souls he meets. It's time for Mr. Friday Night. Doesn't matter any day of the week, he's making every day Friday night. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now cue the music and make that world bright. Set off the fireworks, illuminate the stage lights. Value in all the souls he meets. It's time for Mr. Friday Night.
walks the line, through shadows thick, no sun to shine. Trenches deep where echoes cry. Mental storms, they rage, they scream, but he's the spark inside the dream. Light it up, Friday on fire. Strike the match, feel the burn, take it higher. Soul ignites, no retreat, no expire. Friday on fire. Yeah. Friday on fire. His mind's a maze, no map in sight. Each step a war, each thought a fight. Chains of doubt, he breaks them twice. He stumbles, falls, but never stays. Lightning cuts through endless haze. Light it up, Friday on fire. Strike the match, feel the burn, take it higher. Soul ignites, no retreat, no expire. Friday on fire. Yeah. Friday on fire. Bring that soul, that funk beat. Embrace brothers and sisters in this time of need. Open hearts like steam trains forward plow. Tomorrow is too late, our time is now. Woo! Slide that trombone, let it sing and wail. Spin around, stomp down, joys off the scale. With a washboard rhythm, feel that old-time grace. Every note a story, happiness we chase. Raise your glass, let's toast to beats that flow. Trumpets blare, feet dare, on with the show. Bring that soul, that funk beat. Embrace brothers and sisters in this time of need. Open hearts like steam trains forward plow. Tomorrow is too late, our time is now. A temple dreams in a neon scene. Together we swing to this live machine. So when that trumpet calls, don't you shy away. Join the washboard track, let the music play. It's a celebration of sound of life, where troubles melt neath the rhythm's knife. Bring that soul, that funk beat. Embrace brothers and sisters in this time of need. Open hearts like steam trains forward plow. Tomorrow is too late, our time is now.
I've been waiting for this. Oh boy, I've been waiting for this.
To the one. Brace for liftoff. The rafters are coming undone. Exercising the system, but different perspective, a different view, delivering that universal joy that's long overdue. 'Cause if you hear me, psych up the mode. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man, live fight. Gladiator, whole cart ready to explode. Box with speakers blasting, funky relaxing, pumping in the air. That pounding in your chest, emitting from within. Cue the trumpets in your solar flare. Momentum growing like a Titan's wrath. Crowd building it up now. It's time to broadcast. Your photo whacking, fast and tapping, moon sliding on that floor. Like Michael Bublé crooning, with records scratching, your body screams it wants more. We're all hyped up, it's Friday night, and the band's ready to go. Souls are shaking with the earthquake, and let's get on with the show. 'Cause if you hear me, psych up the mode. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man, live fight. Gladiator, whole cart ready to explode. Groovy jukebox with speakers blasting, funky lassie bumping in the air. That pounding in your chest, emitting from within. Cue the trumpets in your solar flare. Here comes the intro with the soul style beat. The wait is all over now, igniting the phoenix is what we see. 'Cause if you hear me, psych up the mode. This is Aaron Gibson, Soul Man, live fight. Gladiator, whole cart ready to explode. Groovy jukebox with speakers blasting, funky lassie pumping in the air. That pounding in your chest, emitting from within. Cue the trumpets in your solar flare.
Holy sweet Mary, Mother of Pearl. It is great to see you all here this evening. I know we missed last Friday, but please welcome to episode 81. Let me get this going right now before we forget about it later on, because I'm so excited to just see everybody here. It has been a phenomenal week. So much going on, so many different facets, both work and play and production, which is this world that just keeps turning around me is just unfathomable at times. I'm very gifted to be where I am today, and I'm very grateful for all of you for being here today and showing up on a Friday. By the way, shout out to Friday. First off, the day in its own. Like, you guys have busted your butts all week, and you are now relaxing, hopefully at home, with hopefully this on your big Roku TV, because you can watch it there and relax. You have contributed what you need to do for this week. You have made the sacrifices. You owe yourself this mental health break. Oh, I am so stoked for tonight's special guest and things that keep revolving around in my mind, but there's a few things that I want to get out and just say hello to a few people. I heard some friends of mine are really needing some extra leverage. And when I inadvertently hear things, of course, I'm going to show up and do what I do, which is just be me and support and love and showcase. And of course, I want to give a big shout out to another fellow creator, Jen Lynn. All right. She launched The Long Doorway, and she really needs some help. So please connect with Jen Lynn. All right. And help her out on this book launch that she is working so hard to accomplish. She has contributed so much to so many of us. I, of course, won live stream of the year last year through Jen Lynn and Uniqua Beauty Norm. So thank you, and big burly hugs to you, Jen Lynn. We will catch up soon. This week, wow. I know the world out there, right? It is sucking the energy from you guys. I know it is. And it's not just at your work. It is, and I don't like to bring this word up here. It's the politics out there. And I know that they creep their way in on your soul and literally start to create this festering kind of darkness. And what I want you to do is, from me to you, is just let it go. Maintain that inner circle that's around you. Focus on the things that you need to accomplish your own goals. All right. Because none of them are sitting there watching you, and it's you that you have to face in that mirror. So tonight's special guest, monologue time over, because I really want to get him up here. I caught this amazing soul literally while I was taking my break earlier this year. And it was by chance. I was just scrolling through, and I seen this live, and I see, it's a business talk, and it's about interviews. And I was like, oh, wow, you know what? I always love to sneak in. And just so you know, I like to sneak into everybody's lives or their audio lives. And I'll sit at the very back, and I won't say a word for many, many episodes. I just sit at the back watching you going, you know what? Do they speak to me? Do they reach where I need to go when it comes to that communication with another spirit? And I literally got on within 2 minutes. I deemed him, and I couldn't resist it. Mr. Velvet. He's on there. He's talking about a very challenging topic about being candid during an interview. And what's that kind of fine line between being cocky and confident, which I was like, I live this world on a constant basis. I have one of those, and he is a brother of bass as well. Okay. There's certain energies that we project when we're getting into an interview situation. For me, and big shout out to my Eastern family and my workplace. All right. I went through 6 different interviews before I got my job. And each one of those times, the things that he was bringing up during his conversation, I was like, oh, I feel that. What is that fine line between being confident in what you're able to bring to the table, and how candid can you get with your interviewer? And so I sat there just in absolute enjoyment, quietly at the back of the audience, listening to this conversation. And then I finally started to pop up here and there. And I've been catching his lives every opportunity that I can, because I'm literally just off of a plane. I'm sorry, I think it was about 3 hours ago now, went and picked up my son, and it was literally, it's rock and roll time. So before I bring him up, I want to say something, which is kind of a challenge for us Scottish folk, or those that have Scottish heritage. Tonight's special guest, his name is William Rochelle. However, tonight we will be referring to him as Bill. The thing is that he needs to understand that this is going to be a very big challenge for me, because I have Scottish heritage. And if anybody that knows anything about Scottish heritage, if you haven't seen Braveheart, William Wallace is a very profound name within Scottish heritage. So I'm gonna tackle it. We're gonna try and get through it. But of course, I've got to get my magic pen to bring up our fantastic special guest for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aliens of all planets, shapes, and sizes. We don't care who you are. Please welcome William Rochelle to the screen, commonly referred to as Bill. You're all good. You're all good. You do the same thing, man. It's all good.
You would think I would know how to do this, right?
Oh.
Hey, everybody. The crowd goes crazy.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So what's going on, Aaron? How's it going?
It's been going excellent. I'm so happy that I have you here tonight, and it's a great way to just kind of come
We
back
haven't ended this live yet, so you may not be happy after we're done.
You honestly have not ever hit on something that I haven't been like, I can't wait to get this cat up on stage because he's finally going to get, oh, wow. Hi, Mike. We're going to drop that.
Take him down for just a second.
Yeah. It was just like
Mike writes stuff and covers your entire audience. You know, okay.
Right. That's why I was like, okay, we'll give you the moment in the spotlight there for a second there, Mike. Thank you to everybody that's showing up in the comments. I see you, Jackie. I see you, Chirito. I also see you, Kenneth Dunner. Of course, Leslie Flowers and my baby sister, Nicole, out in the audience tonight. So many have shown up to see you here this evening, my friend. And I've just been giddy. And one thing I want to just leave in the back of your mind. Sorry, go ahead.
Giddy. Okay.
Giddy.
We'll go with
Giddy
it.
Lee.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. This is welcome to Soul Man Live. This is you're rolling organic. You can't get any more relaxed than this, right?
You have two hosts, right? So we have one host, right? It's your show. It's so hard though and that's one of my big struggles is being on this side of the table. Yeah. I'll shut up.
No, you see, that's why I wanted to get you here, because here we don't want that. We want you to talk about you and to finally just have that safe space to be yourself and be candid about some of the things. Like, honestly, when you were doing that talk, I was like, yes, you see, hey, you're handsome, brother. I won't deny you that. I'm an honest cat. All right. We missed you last week. Thank you, Nick.
He just assumed that was Tim. Go ahead.
So, Bill, for those of you, because again, I've watched you for a while, and you've really captured my attention on a lot of different topics. And so, please, everybody that doesn't know you as well as I do, please introduce yourself. And we're just gonna pause on the comments because everybody's doing these super huge comments right now, and I don't want you blanked out. As a matter of fact, we're gonna bring you right up into the spotlight, my friend. No. Oh, you want it back here? All right, we'll go back. We'll keep it neutral.
Right here. Yeah, we're good right here.
All right.
All right. So, I am an introverted extrovert. Wait, an extroverted introvert. So I really don't like the spotlight, and I get really freaked out like 10 seconds before everything comes on.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, well, that's like I was like, oh, I'm super nervous, and then when you started questioning me, I stopped talking because the more I talk about it, the more nervous I become. Right?
Okay.
So, and you were very, very nice. Come on in early. No. I just need to be like settled and quiet, and and then I'll come on. When it's time to come on, Bill will show up. But what do you want to know? I mean, there's so many facets of me. So there's the father. I'm a father of two daughters, twins, 34. They just had a birthday. I have one grandson. I've started not of my own, but I've helped many a business kind of strike a pose, so to speak, kind of lift them up and gain traction from zero to $90 million over 5 years, and then ended up owning my own company, making $26 million a year. I've only been unemployed twice in my life, and that was in 2009, 2010, where the entire universe was underwater because of the recession, and then in 2020 due to COVID. My business got shut down. But besides that, I've just been a workaholic. And one of the things that really inspired me about coming on your show, and I actually told Felipe the other day, I said I was really surprised at what I actually received from the show versus what I expected to get from the show. And so what that always means, my friends, is that you can never judge a book by its cover. You see, I wanted to come on Soul Man because it just seemed like the place to be on a Friday night. It seemed like a great place to wind down and let yourself loose and, not really think about the woes of your week. And when I got there, what I received was so much more. It was a space where you can actually tell someone, I'm not having a good day. Or, yeah, I'm not okay today. I love spaces like that. I applaud that. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to say that I have anxiety or I suffer from depression or, I light up, at 4:00 every Sunday, and then at 6:00 when the cameras go off, cry myself back to sleep. It's life in general. I really don't.
It's that balance, though, right?
But yeah. But it does occur. Not to the extreme that I just said, but the actual perception. And I know you get this. People think the life that you lead is so much bigger. I just caught myself. So I'm gonna take myself back. And catching myself just means I'm going to rephrase it because people out there, I believe that words are power. I believe that we are all powerful beings, that we are energy, and we are leading the lives that we've created through the words and the energy that we have spoken into the universe. And right now, we are living the manifestation of things that we have said in the past. So today is not today. Today is actually manifestation of what we said yesterday. In a broader spectrum. I mean, don't be so literal. But what was I talking about?
Is that distracting you? We can drop comments, and if that's
no. What was I saying? What were we talking about?
division, let's try something else. And then we've got a link.
No. All right. So
we're all good. We're all good.
All right. So, I will defer back to you on this one, my friend, because I'm a little bit lost with my own thoughts in my head.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And that's again, you're in a safe space to do that, my friend. I just wanted everybody, first off, for everybody at home, where are you hailing from tonight? Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Miami, Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. Technically Hollywood. So
nice.
If you want to get granular with it, but I live right in the middle of Fort Lauderdale and Miami Beach.
You are very close to my brother Brian Schulman and Nancy Deborah Barrows. I will have to make sure the next time I'm in Miami area that I swing by and see you.
You should. Absolutely. Where are you from? Well, you're from Canada.
I'm from the complete opposite end. I'm over on West Coast. I'm actually I'm just further north of Los Angeles, or more actually probably closer to Las Vegas. I'm further north of Las Vegas.
So I've been to Banff.
Yes. There you go.
My dog is killing himself over here. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
You can't do anything wrong on the show, my friend. Just
all
know
right.
that you are
Perfect.
safe.
Thank you.
You
Um,
be you. That
yeah, I'm trying.
not to take something out of somebody else's mouth on that statement, because now I got to be a little bit more conscientious, because I like to respect other creators and where they come from, and that's something that's very close to you. So I use that with love and respect.
Use it as often as you like. Um, so I'm in Miami now, from Los Angeles, born in Chicago. So I would consider myself a Californian. Um, that's where I spent the majority of my life, and then the other two times that I have moved have been for business, and that was leaving LA, going to Dallas, and then coming here, both for business. So that's the only reason why I've ever got up and moved and changed my life, just to try to figure out what was new and interesting in today's world and where could I make the biggest impact.
So one thing that I really appreciate about you is that there's this energy about you that is really driven. What drives you to dive into some of the topics that you do on your lives?
That is very interesting that you would say that's a very thoughtful question, and I appreciate that. Um, everything in my life that I've done, both professionally and personally, um, I have to find my why within it. What's my reason for getting up in the morning and going to work? What drives me to make my podcast or write my newsletter are things that are actually happening in my life in this moment. So, uh, Jackie Hallberg of Just Jacks, she's often said, it's very random the way Bill comes on. He doesn't always come on just Sundays. And Sundays is my regularly scheduled show, right? Sunday at 4. But I pop up regularly throughout the week with a thought of the day, or my Saturday show, which is Cousin Talk, or I might have like a special edition. So everything is you, but dash, and then whatever vertical there may be of that show. But I just started writing it because I found myself, in my 50s, owning my business that I believed was going to be, basically my cash cow. I just expected that I would lay on the beach, there'd be somebody running it, and I'd go in, sign checks once every 2 weeks, and that would be it. But that dream got turned upside down, and it's my opinion, so that makes it fact, because it's my opinion, that when you're in that downtime between your space that you're in, so the valley that you could find yourself in, and your destiny, what do you do in that meantime, right? And so in the meantime, what you do is you prepare yourself. And so I started writing newsletters, talking about what it felt like to be in my position, believing that you would never have to fill out another application again. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know this. I do. But they don't do credit checks when you have a certain credit score and you make a certain amount of money. They just say, sure. I'm like, do you want me to give you references? I mean, and they're like, no, sir, you just go here. I'm like, so I just take the car. And they're like, yes, you just take the car. It's it's a very interesting space to be there, and then the following year looking for resources to take care of yourself and understanding that the space that you're in right now and the space that you want to grow to, the space you want to be in, it is imperative that we treat everybody with the dignity and respect that they deserve to help us get to where we need to be. And helping others does not always mean a financial contribution. And so I have a very, in my opinion, a very giving spirit. And I can't, in the moment, make that financial contribution that I would love to make. You know, I'd love to wipe out childhood poverty, and you know, everyone has health care. You have health care. You have health care. You have health care. You know,
Yeah.
But I can't. But this is what I can do, and what I can do is I can say I just talked to someone the other day. Her name was Jermaine Bond, and she finds herself unemployed, and you know, maybe you can introduce her to somebody. Maybe that's the biggest thing that I can do in the moment, and maybe that's my purpose in this moment. And with that, I will digress and turn the mic back over to you.
Well, I don't think you've taken me for, as always, you take me for a nice little walk, my friend. You are a brother of the same cloth with 100% when it comes to taking our minds on a little walk of different views and perspectives. That's one thing that I really appreciate you, is the fact that you come at it from a kind of really a new, refreshing kind of angle, right? You've known that feeling. I myself, and you might not know, I've been laid off multiple times while I've been literally doing my show. Twice, actually. And the last time it was LinkedIn that helped me to really get this last job. And all the contributions that I've given through doing what I'm doing, which has gotten me to where it was. And like I was less than penny to penny per paycheck. Paying child support, making sure that there was food in the cupboards, making sure there's food in the fridge, you know, things to do. So I remember I literally spent 2 months living out of my car on raw craft dinner and tuna. So I completely understand. And when you can't, and this is, I think, why related to that conversation you were having back then, which was back then I would go into my interviews, and it wasn't about being cocky. I was driven through my interview. I knew exactly the questions I needed to ask, because this wasn't my first romp at the rodeo. This is what I bring to the table, and this is how candid I want to be about it, so that either you tell me here at the interview that this isn't going to work, or I'm going to execute that effort to try and make it work, right? Where it's like, okay, if they're going to hear me out and they're okay with my kind of little hard boundaries of, you know, these are the things I am capable of doing and the things I do not feel capable of doing by myself, right? Because for me in the trades, like they generally send off senior technicians like myself to do installs by themselves, and you're sometimes torquing 200, 300 pound condensers up onto brackets, you know, to put air conditioning into homes. Whereas you get into a company, they're going to tell you there's going to, and you talked about this too at that conversation, which was, they're going to tell you certain things to try and scoop you in, and then all of a sudden it's catfishing. Yeah, we're gonna give you all these wonderful things, and then you get in there and you're trying to find out what that work ethic is there and the quality of life when you're looking at these jobs, because you finally gotten to the point where it's like, no, these are the things I can tolerate. If they're not going to have proper organization, and a way of doing our proper protocols as a service technician, where we're responsible for either heating or cooling, which could, we're in charge of gas when it comes to gassing some of these furnaces. So I get it. And that's why that conversation hit hard for me, is because I've been in those conversations where it's literally like, no, these are the things that I need in order to help accommodate you. And if you do this, then I'm willing to work for that. And then they'll say, oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. But then they never follow through.
Right. So I have a ton of questions for you.
What's that? Shoot.
Right. So first off, so I have a Reams air conditioning unit.
Okay.
And I believe that you should, on this call, tell me that I have a lifetime warranty on this unit.
Oh brother, I wish I could, but I am honestly a technical trainer. I have no pull on that area.
Okay. All right. So
I'm completely transparent. Yes.
No,
I have no pull on that area.
No free Reams stuff, guys.
No free Reams stuff. I might be able to talk the boss into getting you some swag, though. I could probably find you a toque or something.
What the hell is a toque?
Oh my god, that would be it. Like, you guys, what do you guys call them down there? I forget. It's like a beanie for your head, except it's usually got a pom-pom on it. I have one in my suitcase. I can grab it.
You don't need to go grab it. And no.
Actually, on the other side of this little studio of mine, I've literally got a row of hats.
We're fine. We're gonna get through this. All right. So listen, I don't need a hat or a toque. My mind works very, very strange. So it will latch on to a word that you use, and then because it's latched onto that word, every word you use after that, I'm now it's kind of stuck. So did you say that you would go on Reams jobs working?
I am simply a technical trainer now. I spent 25 years in the field, and then I worked up.
What did you say you did? Do you know what twerking is?
Do I know what twerking is? Yes, I've got twerking, but did we miscommunicate something?
Okay, because so you're a twerker for Reams? Is that what you said?
Technical trainer.
So what's a twerker?
A technical trainer?
A technical trainer is a twerker?
No, I don't know where you got the twerker from. I can try and twerk. I don't do it. Don't do
it. Okay. All right. So this is why, and ladies and gentlemen, this is why I need communication, and I have to slow people down, because see, I'm sitting here thinking, what does twerking have to do with air conditioning units? But I kind of just made up a whole statement in my head somewhere, right?
Clarity's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yep. Because I'm still sitting here and you're talking. I'm like, all right, but I'm still okay. And I'm connecting it to twerking, everything that you're saying. And now I recognize that I'm just an idiot. Why do you like doing what you're doing?
Why do I like doing what I'm doing?
And when I ask that question, it's not about your Reams job. I feel like this is where your passion is.
Oh, it's a shared passion. I'll be honest. It's a shared passion, and we're gonna get to your passion too, because it's funny because we're diving into the same spots at the same time. for me and my passion, because tonight is about you, and we're not letting you switch
do
it.
not like.
I know you don't, but we're gonna switch it around. And again, we're getting closer to the moment that I've been really working up to, and it was, you've already seen the lyrics. Your mental health break montage is just around the corner. You know what we'll even do is we'll even switch up the banner here just to change things up. Here we go. There we go. So, because I want you to see this. It's something that, again, I've watched enough of your shows where I was able to capture it. But before we even get into the mental health break montage, we're going to dial things back, of course. My passion as a journey person doing HVAC was very rewarding for me. I basically made it cool, or I made you feel comfortable again in your home when it was cold. So it was that, yeah, that my saying during the summertime is, yeah, I'm here to make it cool.
Okay, hold on. But all right, so here's my problem. And this is why I'm stopping you so that people can follow along with this journey, right? So because my mind is still stuck on you twerking with air conditioning, right? And so now now you're talking, and everything you're saying is relating back. Anyway, go ahead.
It's all good, man. I just appreciate, you know what? I will say this. It takes a big person. Doesn't matter what shape and size. It takes a big person to just say, hey, this, I don't understand. To have that bravery, because some people are just very ignorant to that. And you know what? You are always welcome to just be yourself around here, and we are doing just fine. This is sometimes how it rolls on Soul Man Live. It's not always this roller coaster ride through mental health. It's sometimes just a visit, right? Too much serious, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
There you go.
And of course, we don't want that.
No.
What we do want to do is spice you up with your mental health break montage. And then we're going to come back and we're going to find out some more things about you, like what's new, what's happening, what's coming up for William, and anything that you would like to just quickly talk. Well, not quickly. We take our time around here. There's no rush. Anything that you would just like to talk about when it comes to sending the message that you are. I really do want to take this moment, though, for everybody. If you haven't done so, please find Bill on YouTube, all right, and subscribe to him, all right. The shows are worth your time, and they're teasers for your mind. They're very good teasers for your mind to get you going. So with that being said, I've got one thing before your mental health break montage that I just want to bring up. For those of you at home that don't know, Bill and I share a deep appreciation for one particular lady in this world that has entertained us since childhood. And as soon as he disclosed this to me, all I could think of was actually a song that her brother did with Paul McCartney, and The Girl Is Mine. And so when I was developing Bill's mental health break montage, I was trying very hard. I tried to work with Friday very hard to get as close to Janet Jackson as possible. So please, Janet Jackson, if you're listening tonight, I am going to healthily relinquish the infatuation that has been carried on since your entrance on Different Strokes. I know that Bill has you in safe hands, so I'm going to step aside. But I did try to design Bill's mental health break montage with Janet in mind, and it became something new, and that I'm very excited to share with him about. I've started doing something that I haven't been able to do with other guests, which is actually share the lyrics of your mental health break montage before I actually let you hear the sound. And I hope that I have captured you well enough for this, my friend. Bill, welcome to your mental health break montage. Wait, let it do this. There we go.
We are voices profound.
side, let's start breaking boundaries. Get honest conversations back to the table. Enable insight and confidence. Gaining ground conversations that is stable. Who am I? Moving to your world. You be like seeking to repair what others have undone. You are enough. Let's begin to rewrite life. Tonight is ours for the taking. Scoped and views become more precise. Calm, calculated velvet. When outside vibrations shake. Reevaluate the terms of negotiations when their own systems break. Building spirits and numbers, seeking out the keys to approaching our life. We are part of something bigger, discovering knowledge through another stride. Who am I? Moving to your world. You be like seeking to repair what others have undone. You are enough. Let's begin to rewrite life. Tonight is ours for the taking. Scope and views become more precise. Overcome the obstacles. Learning leverage from what we teach. Joking together, the like-minded. Exercising, practicing what is preached. As that nation of voices. Perseverance, tackling the pain. Nothing else to lose. With everything to gain. Who am I? Moving to your world. You be like seeking to repair what others have undone. You are enough. Let's begin to rewrite life. Tonight is ours for the taking. Scope and views become more precise.
This is William Rochelle, yo.
This is William Rochelle. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was really good.
I'm glad you liked it, my friend.
That was really, really good. You're super creative. There's so much I need to ask you. Like,
Okay, well, before you can ask me any questions, I've got to ask you the same question. What is your passion, my friend? What is your passion behind all this work that you are working towards?
that's a great question. My passion is helping others. That really is it. And what I'm doing right now is the meantime, which is what you and I were talking about before the mental health break. And this is in line with I believe the soul man culture. If you don't keep your mind busy, if you don't have something, if you don't have a purpose, something to wake up and do, an idle mind will rot. So right now, I can clearly tell you that my passion is about helping others. and I say that definitively and clearly. I think the place where I kind of vacillate is what does that look like? Because it morphs, it evolves, it changes depending upon my resources and what I can do financially or from a network perspective or
So say that tomorrow you could, again, without, finances even being an issue, if you could have all that money in the world to do something tomorrow to make your dream happen, what would you do?
I would have a compound in the Keys, a
Okay.
couple acres.
Yeah.
This is the truth. The compound in the Keys. I'd keep my house here, and then I would probably have some type of business that I could utilize in order to help others, help the people that cannot help themselves, help them understand that there's a different way to lead their lives, um, give them the education that they need in order to get that gainful employment that they're looking for. So, the first thing, take care of me and my family. Make sure that we can all none of us want to live together. So that's why I said a compound. One property, 4 or 5 different little homes. Spaced nicely apart, and then everything else is about giving back. And what does that mean? What does that look like?
What would be before? Yeah, because I just noticed the time too. But there's no rush.
No,
What would
I'm not.
be? What would be? Okay. I thought I didn't want to also speak on your time because again, I don't want to keep you too late if you've got other stuff to do. Miami, that means you're operating about 2 hours ahead of me, so that's 9:02 your time. However, I am familiar that you did literally a 4-hour live. Was it 4 hours? I thought it was close to 4 hours the other night.
I did not.
Or was it 3 hours? It was with you and Felipe.
Oh, that was a thought of the day, and people just ended up coming up. And to me, if someone wants to come up and say something, it means that they're supposed to. It means just because I came on to give my 10-minute thought of the day, and what that means is simply right now I'm worried about the fact that men in masks can come and take my daughter and throw her in the back of the car, and we here in America we can't do anything about it. It's called ICE, right? It's that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. None of it makes any sense. So it is it's difficult for me right now to kind of to explain the direction that I want to go.
I can feel your energy from it though. I
Thank you.
yeah. And all when it comes to that stuff, like it's I know that then I was trying to tap lightly on it earlier. Again, I know that the world is doing some pretty shifty things. And
Yeah.
it's really important that we have these spaces right now to, again, if this is going to be your refuge for the evening, then you've at least, as long as we're here, you can be here and just be yourself without those boundaries. Because these are also Canadian boundaries here. When you're on the show, you're on Canadian boundaries. So
I'm not worried about that part.
But there's other factors also playing into this. There is food shortages happening. There is people losing their jobs left, right, and center. And it's a lot of chaos without question.
Aaron, Aaron, Aaron.
It's just Aaron, man.
All right. it's difficult because I want to be that voice of calm, that voice of encouragement, and that voice of safety. And that man that says, faith and fear cannot live in the same place. You have to choose one or the other. You're going to be fine. Choose faith. But I'm seeing things that are going on that are unexplainable if you are an educated human being. And when I say educated, what I mean by that is if you've watched, if you know anything about history, you've seen this play out. So
Research.
for me,
Research.
but research is great, and I agree with you about 50%, and that's pretty good for me because I'm I don't agree with a lot of people. The reason why I say 50% is because you have to know what it is to research in order for it to make sense. So if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't understand how if you and think about this right now, we are sitting in a time where someone who is convicted of sexual trafficking.
Okay. Well, we gotta be careful there, man. I know. You and I. You know what?
It's fine.
You and I absolutely outside of Soul Man doors can talk about this. I try to maintain again. That's it. I have to maintain a safe and unjudgmental space for all. So we got to be cautious on what we bring in. You and I, more than happily, I will be happy to sit there and have that conversation with you outside of these doors. But here we have to hold safe space for all. And if we bring that person in, then I have to hold a safe space for them. And I wouldn't necessarily agree with that at this point in time. There's a lot of, again, what ifs and a lot of gray area. And so to stay neutral, as Soul Man Live always does, you and I will definitely talk about this. But another time with love and respect.
Yeah, I would love to know how you're doing that, because one thing I'm grappling with is maintaining my authenticity and not living in fear about what someone else may think distract me from living within my purpose.
I absolutely hear you, and that's why again, when I said that you are in safe hands this evening, you are in safe hands. And I have a lot of friends that have that safe space with me to disclose and talk about that stuff, because that's what I do. I give you that neutral space that you are heard, and I am there. So you and I are talking on the same wavelength. We are definitely going to talk about this behind closed doors. I mean, of course, you know that like literally we should be talking on WhatsApp eventually here at some point in time. But you and I, there's a lot that we could probably discuss about bringing up to the table. And it's not so much about authenticity as I have a job to make sure that your authenticity doesn't get affected by somebody else's negative. And that somebody else's negative that I don't feel is deserving of your light.
I appreciate that, Mr. Gibson.
So let's spin some happy stuff. All right. And we are going to ask Bill, what is new, what is big, and what is coming up next for you, my friend?
New big coming up next. Coming up next is Christmas with my grandson at 3. So this will be the first time that he's getting close to understanding what it is. So the other ones I wasn't that packaged. But now he's starting to understand. He knows Grandpa's coming to LA next month or whatever, December. So that's new, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I am looking for gainful employment. I do have my consulting services that in the meantime, which is going to be my little motto right now. In the meantime, I do have my consulting services, which I have a paid partnership with ADP, Co-Advantage, help you with your payroll, your insurance benefits, and the like. You can find me on William Rochelle at Substack or substack.com/William Rochelle. At William Rochelle on YouTube, at William Rochelle on Facebook, at William Rochelle on LinkedIn, and at William Rochelle on TikTok. I am more than pleased to be here. This has been a dream come true. I'm not a great guest speaker. I get tripped over my own, but I catch up.
You've been fantastic tonight, my friend. You've been great, and you've been authentically yourself, which is what that's part of the reason I had you on the show. All right.
Thank you.
We're not all about, again, we're not about the shell here. We're about the core.
Yeah.
Right. And giving that space that everybody deserves to finally be seen, finally be heard, and just appreciated without any sort of expectations at the end. It's a celebration of you. And I appreciate you for all the things that you're bringing to the table with your lives. I appreciate your spirit behind those lives and the intensity that you bring behind them. It's a really refreshing new angle. And if you haven't subscribed to Bill, all right, William, see, the accent even comes out when I do it. So please subscribe to Bill. Again, you're going to enjoy some of the conversations here and get some takeaways that really speak to how you view things moving forward. So we've already figured out where we can find you on Substack and on YouTube, my friend. Do you have anybody that you'd just like to say thank you to this evening, just to give them a little bit of a pep up if they need it?
I honestly, the LinkedIn community has been so gracious. I want to thank, I think everyone wants to thank Kenneth Dunner, Jackie Hallberg, my friend Peter and Mike. I don't know if you met them. Felipe, Nick, I had a conversation with her. Actually, her and I need to work together on some things. I'm just here for everybody, and I hope there's enough room for all of us at the top, and I hope that everyone gets what they've dreamt of all their lives. So, I wish you the best.
Beautifully said, my friend. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get some water. We've been going all bassy here on everybody all this evening. They're probably
You'll never find.
Some people say a man is made. Oh no, I can't do that because other than that, they'll hit me for they'll hit me for copyright. So sorry, can't finish that one. Thank you, William, for being here this evening, and thank you for sharing your heart with us and showing, again, a different facet to everybody that, you know what, you can achieve big things. You can find the direction, and big things can happen from supporting others.
Okay, I'll take that one. I didn't know where you're gonna go for a second there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take this and that, but yeah, I'll take it.
Kindness goes a long way, doesn't it?
It does. You're a beautiful man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Humbled, my friend. I'm going to throw you into the back room gently. All right. And I'm just going to wrap up with these fine folks. Everybody say goodbye to Bill for this evening. Thank you for being here, Bill. Packful man, packful soul, making big ripples in that pond that really should be heard. And I support him 100% in the stuff that he's doing. And yes, as much as the topics that he started to hit on, the reason that I am a host, and I know that as much as I want to believe in the world, that it is at that point and level where they can embrace everybody that's on my show. If I am afraid that somebody is not going to truly make them, as my sister says, be seen, heard, loved, and valued, then I will talk to them in person. And that's where we will talk about that stuff so that they can have that safe space to, again, communicate the things that they want to talk about. I really want to move this world into a new direction where we have that space everywhere we go, where somebody can literally speak their mind without judgment when it comes to trying to evolve and recognize and learn from the things that we've experienced. I really appreciate Bill because he is, again, he's another soul out there that's trying to push kindness forward, and he's doing it selflessly. Yes, he's got his goals, but he is still doing this to benefit that one person that might really pick up on what he is speaking to them and take it to the next level. I myself, being an HVAC trainer, my job is to help save people time out in the field. And my reward is when finding out that they weren't spinning their wheels in the mud because they had something to lean on, had a resource to reach out to so that they could move forward. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for enjoying a great return back, seeing as I missed last week, and just keep being luminous and kind. Keep it modest. And take that moment. If you yourself see somebody out there and you feel that they are silently struggling, there is 988 within the US and Canada and 999 in the UK. Please encourage them to reach out. They are strong. They are worthy. And they deserve to reclaim their happiness too. If I can do it, so can you. Have a great Friday, everybody. Maybe we'll see you after this outro.
Soul man, shining bright, lighting up the darkest night, helping those in silent fight, sending hugs big and tight. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight. Spotlight on the broken soul, making wounded spirits whole. Embracing all, making them whole. Your kindness, a shining gold. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight. Let your love be the guide. In you all fear subside. Together we'll stand with pride. Your warmth, a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. Soul man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight. Ooh. fears subside. Together we'll stand with pride. Your warmth, a healing tide. Shine your light, oh so bright. Spread love, make it right. So man, you ignite. Open every heart, take flight.
Janet, call